Well, me now take us from the airwaves to the stage because I really want to quickly ask about the tour that you're on right now. Of course, E Street, Bruce back out, and for the first time in a few years now, and I think it's so fun to watch how you interact with listeners and fans, Twitter, everything else. Because even though they're fans, you don't hold back on calling their bullshit sometimes. And one of the things I think that come up is you guys are playing a tighter set list this time around.
Mm.
You had mentioned online because like you're telling a story more than maybe you ever have, and I just kind of want to throw that out. What is the story, and what was the decision behind kind of keeping it group like this?
Yeah, I had to let that guy have it the other day. He's like, gee, you started off playing 28 songs and now you're playing 26. I want my money back. You know, get the fuck out of here. Okay. I'm like, anybody measuring the show by the amount of songs or the amount of time you spend on stage ain't listening. You're not paying attention, okay? You're some kind of accountant or something. Go fucking, play with numbers somewhere else. This ain't about numbers. It's about an emotional experience.
Mhm.
And this one happens to be, I think, a special one. And the audiences are reacting in a way I've never seen in America. Okay, this is the strongest reaction we have ever received from audiences in America.
That's an incredible statement.
It is an incredible statement because we've had the best audiences in America always. Always. They've always been, go to any show you want to go to. We've always had the best reaction from an audience. We just have a wonderful relationship. And this time they've just gone to some other level. And I think part of it is the show. Yes, it's different. It is different. But it's more like a Broadway show, and more like a typical show of a rock band. Most rock bands don't change any songs.
Mhm.
I know rock bands that have the set list laminated. That's the truth. Okay. And more like one of my disciples shows, which is I always create a theme and a story, and so every song has a purpose. So you don't just change songs. When I do my own shows, I don't change songs. I decide what the show is and pretty much and stick to it. And most people do. It's like a Broadway show. Why? Because you're telling a story, and every song has a purpose. And it's kind of, and of course, Bruce had the terrific Broadway show, and so that might be coincidental, whatever. But the last album we did, Letter to You, had the most coherent, I think, theme of Bruce's career. Really, I've all my albums are thematic albums. Every single one of my albums, I come up with the idea first, and the theme first, and what I want to say, and then I write the album. Bruce had never really worked that way until this one. He happened to have one of his long time friends die, and he realized he was the last guy left from his original band, the Castiles. When George Thies died, and that that makes you think, suddenly, wow, and out of that grew that wonderful album, which is extremely high quality for a guy, doing it this long and having no reason to continue being creative. Honestly, him and Bruce and Bob Dylan particularly, these two guys just, they don't know how to stop.
And thanks to my guest. Also, thanks to you for checking out the episode in the series. Before you get out of here, hit that subscribe button. Again, you get 3 brand new interviews every single week. New one every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at right here on YouTube, or of course anywhere in podcast land, including iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podchaser, NPR, or WFPK.org as well. A great way to keep up with your favorite artists and discover new ones as well. Then after that, actually head over to WFPK.org. That's where I do a show Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's an hour full of song premieres, music news, anniversary spins, bonus interviews, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern at WFPK.org. Consequence has your music and film news. You can also find me on the social media spots, Facebook, Instagram, mostly on Twitter. All three of them, the address is at Kyle Meredith. Do hope you like and follow along. That does it for another edition. I'm Kyle Meredith. I'll see you next time.